Hi, I'm Angie, and yeah, today I want to try out some homemade marzipan. So as a kid, I grew up in Germany. Marzipan is a very common thing. You will see it pretty much everywhere. You have like the Ritter Sport Marzipan, like the chocolate bar, and usually at New Year's you would get like those little marzipan pigs, and there are also some fruit baskets made out of marzipan. So it's a really common thing, but I rarely see it here in the US, and so I thought, let's give it a try. To be honest, I hated marzipan as a kid. I like really hated it just because, it's super, super sweet. And so I think there's the balance for me that I really need to make something that isn't as sweet. And I want to try out two things today. Number one is an apricot marzipan that I want to pipe into my molds. And the second thing is like a truffle that so I want to make marzipan, make some balls and roll it into dark chocolate and cover with, fresh roasted almonds. So those are the two things I want to make today. As always, I've never tried it before and I hope it goes well. Let's start with our filling. You will need a blender. So I have a Vitamix, but I'm pretty sure that you can use any kind of blender. Like if you have an immersion blender, that will do, because what we mix together is all really fine. So I don't think that you need a high power blender. So those are 168 grams of almond meal. And here are 120 grams of powdered sugar. So I think it makes sense to use confectioner's sugar, because it's just not gritty at all, and so I think it's easier to handle. The original recipe asks for 3 teaspoons of almond extract. Yeah, I'm not a fan of almond extract, so I don't do that. And next you want to add 3 tablespoons of any kind of syrup. If you have honey, I think honey would be good. I'm using maple syrup. And yeah, so that's it. Now I will mix this all together. So this is how it looks right now. Let's see if we can get this together. Yeah. It is pretty crumbly. So I'm wondering if I should have add a little bit more of the syrup. Maybe you reduce some powdered confectioner sugar and add a little bit more of your syrup. I think it will work. It's just a little bit crumbly. So I press everything together into a log and then I allow it to cool down for a bit. And so yeah, that's our first basic marzipan. In the meanwhile, I'm starting with the apricot marzipan. So I have 50 grams of the marzipan here that we made before, the basic marzipan. Then I'm adding 100 grams of dried apricots. Here's a tablespoon of sesame seeds and 30 grams of chia seeds. And 1 tablespoon of your syrup of choice. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I blend it again. And yeah, then we can let this sit in the refrigerator for an hour or so. And then we can fill our bonbons and make our truffles. Here we go. Doesn't look very appetizing. And I had to add 2 tablespoons of water because otherwise I just couldn't get it mixed. So right now I'm thinking maybe I will be able to pipe this one, but we will see. Now I'll let this also cool down in the refrigerator for maybe like an hour or so, and then we can move forward. Here is the apricot filling. It is super sticky. I'm not sure if I can really pipe it, but we give it a try. Oh yeah, it is really pipeable. No problem at all. But it is really sticky. Here's the log. And yeah, it feels really like marzipan. It smells like marzipan. But I'm not sure if my idea works out. So my idea was that I scoop out some balls with my scoopy thing, but it's really, really crumbly. So I'm not sure yet if that really works out. It doesn't. Let's see if I can get some balls together. That's not fun. But I think I will just crumble this up, and then I will add a teaspoon of almond oil and then mix it again, because that's not going to work. Okay, plan B. Let's do 2. Yeah, so I think fat is missing. That's the only thing, because this one here is looking actually really good. All right. Then, please, if yours is super crumbly, add some oil, and I have almond oil here. I mean, this doesn't look great, but it's doing what I want, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta make it work. In the meanwhile, I was roasting some almonds and just crushing them. And now I take my marzipan. I have some tempered chocolate here. And I want to give it 2 coats, just to make sure that like everything is coated really nicely with dark chocolate. And yeah, so I'm using a 78% dark chocolate today from Uganda. Actually, that works better than I thought it would. I thought everything would be just crumbling under my fingers, but it's going okay. And the marzipan is really sweet, so you really want to make sure, yeah, that you have something darker. Okay, I would not be mad if you would serve me this. It's so much better than I expected. But you really, really, really need a dark chocolate. Otherwise it would be overly sweet. So if I make it the next time, I think I will cut down the sugar at least like 25% or so. But it is a good recipe. Just be careful if you like it super sweet or not. And especially also, I like the almonds outside and stuff. It's really good. Oops. Let's give one of them a try. Clear winner. I really like the apricot filling. It makes a really, really nice filling. I think it should be less liquidy, and as you remember, I added some water. I think I should have reduced the water. I think I put in 2 tablespoons. Next time I would just add 1. But I think it just depends what you like. But I like those here a lot. Even though those look really cool. Thank you so much for watching my video. As always, I hope you liked it. Didn't went as planned today. Well, that's how it most of the time goes. But yeah, still, I hope you liked it. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can send me a DM on Instagram or just leave a comment in the description below. I'm really trying to answer every question I get as soon as I can. And yeah, I think that's all from me today, and have a great day. Bye.